That on there? All right. Put this one over. Hey guys. Time for some stir fry and chat. Well, how's that sound? We're gonna, right now what I'm doing is I am like browning up the meat and stuff because we're going to use this inside of the rice with the onions and everything else. So I just gotta season this. We're using Worcestershire sauce and soy sauce with granulated garlic. We are actually using a season all and pepper. I'm doing each piece one at a time of the meat because of we're using the tiny Instant Pot, as you guys know. So, Danny, leave his collar alone. What do you got in your mouth? Give me that. Give me it. No, ma'am. Boy. Some hand sanitizer on. Oh, if anybody has any good recommendations on what we can do without having to go to the store, what we can do for our hands, because we're constantly washing them and my skin is cracking around my fingers because we have hard water out here. So, Denali, come on, get in there. You have to get in there while I'm cooking because you're tearing up the carpet. No, ma'am. Sorry, guys, I have to kennel her for right now. She's ripping the carpet. She's got all kinds of toys, but she's preferring to shred the carpet over here. So we have to kind of stay on top of that. It's a habit she just started a couple days ago where she has ripped big sections of the carpet out. So, yay. Like I said, not, she's a puppy. It's going to happen. So just have to kind of be on top of it.
Mom, I wish.
What is that? No, it's not. Was it really?
It was.
Why were they shredding it up like that?
It's not shredded. Watch.
Oi! Oops, wrong direction. Oh, that looks so good. I don't know why with that. Oh, okay, never mind. It's coming out of a piggy bank. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, let's put that there because we're going to put that on top of that. Hi, Shania. How are you? This smells so good. So, by the way, I changed out the light bulb on this side. You notice the white lighting on this side and the yellow lighting on this side. I have the regular bulbs in on this side, and then I have the LED bulbs on that side. These are the ones, these are the little RV LEDs that go right here. However, they make this really weird blue-white light, which I noticed does not look very good food-wise, and it kind of makes things look very sickly. This right here is kind of like your normal light, what you would see like iridescent bulbs-wise. I won't stick with those. They get really hot. So I have to take these covers have to come off when those go on because these covers are made of like a plastic and those bulbs get very hot. So no touching those. Let's see here. I love when this thing just gets to where it's like sticking. There we go. Can I just turn it over? Thanks. Ooh, that smells amazing. And we don't want it to cook for too long because you want to be able to let it rest. Otherwise your meat will be really, really dry, and you don't want the meat to be really dry. I do need to add more liquid here. We're going to be using this sauce, by the way. So anything that I render down in here is going to get added to the rice to make the stir fry. So if you guys are wondering about that, it is going to get used. So it's time to switch these out. Let's move this over for a second. All right, you, my dear. Oh gosh, that smells so good. So this is one of them. I'm gonna add this one now. Can I has it? Thanks. Can I has that? I'm gonna coat it first, turn it over. And now we're going to add our seasonings. Oh, when you guys add seasonings, the only one I would be very careful with is anything that has salt in it, of course. But anything else, go for it. Just go for it. Because it's going to, one, taste amazing when you do. I'm making an onion out here. I need an onion. I need an onion. I don't know if I already have this bag open or not, but if I don't, oh well. If I do, oh well. I'm going to grab an onion out because we are going to cut up onion. Yeah, we are, that's why we are what they call social distancing, self-isolating, whatever you want to call it. That's kind of what we're doing at this point because it's just smarter to do that. Putting less people at risk, slowing. The point is right now, it's not about completely stopping the virus, right? The self-isolation is not about that. It's about slowing things down. Not giving that virus bodies to be latching onto repeatedly. Whoops. I actually clogged it up because of the heat. So we are just right now self-isolating just because it's the smart thing to do, and people should just be smart and do so. By the way, you guys, the cakes that I made earlier, if you missed earlier's live stream, the cakes were amazing. We have one more in the refrigerator for dessert. That's good, Grant. I'm glad you're doing good.
Huh?
Grant was saying that the stores there are all closed down and stuff, but he's doing good, which is good. All right, we need to move that out of the way. Let me cutting up this beautiful onion. I just want oh, that's not the small one. That is definitely not the small one. Where is the small knife? There it is. This one is in the wrong spot. That's why. Small knife.
Your movie is still going.
I know. We can, I just gotta go shut that off because it's a really crap movie. Hold on. Like, it's such a crap movie. Like, the acting is just terrible. Just stay like that. All right, you bet, Grant. Same to you. Stay safe and, don't go out there doing anything like, that recommendations are against. You know what I mean? Like, so just if you can, stay home. If work doesn't allow you to, just take precautions and be safe, okay? Okay. Did I not? I did not. Okay, I guess I'm going to use this to set everything on. Usually I have a little bag ready for myself for up here. We're just going to set all these to the side. We don't want too much stuff hanging out everywhere. We're going to do... Let's see here. We're going to go... We don't want them too tiny because it's a stir fry, so you kind of want your veggies a little bit on the chunkier side. Not too small. But I don't want them too huge because Sarah's not a huge fan of some of the, like, a lot of onions, so I don't want them to be too big that they're too, like, hard to accept within the dish. Some people just are not big about it. I, however, love onion. Some people just do not. But, yeah. Sometimes, though, when you're dealing with when you're dealing with hot food, like cooking, you have to put the puppy up. So, I had to lock her up for now. She's kind of okay, she's not kind of anything. She's flat out crazy some parts of the evening. So we just have to be... I can't really cook safely with her under my feet. And I definitely can't be, like, practicing safe cooking methods if I'm also too distracted by a puppy. So, just like you would if you had a baby, you would make sure the baby was placed somewhere safe while you were cooking, whether it be in a swing or a playpen or a little play yard or in a baby seat. Do yourselves a favor, never, ever, ever ever cook while baby wearing. Just don't. I've seen people do that or talk about it or say that they wear their baby through everything, but I've seen people I know personally, baby wear while cooking. Don't do that. That's asking for a bad accident with your baby. Don't do that. Let's be smart, okay? Oh my gosh, these pork chops smell so good. Taylor is actually at a sleep study tonight, so he called me a little while ago. He's doing good. Bases are all on lockdown. Nobody is allowed to leave. Like, nobody. So, I think we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do a cup and a half of rice.
It's like the entire world is gonna be quarantined.
Well, it practically is at this point.
Right now it is. Like my friend just said that. I was like, yeah, everything is getting closed down. They're physically forcing people to chill out and stay home like they're supposed to be doing. Like they're trying to get rid of the virus.
Yeah, they're not necessarily trying to get rid of it, but they're trying to slow it down. Yeah, they need it to slow down so they can keep up with the people that need treatment.
Like, people are just making it worse by you're spreading it by being out.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't need to be out. Don't be out. Just be smart.
And, like, chill out at home, watch a movie,
right?
With your family, eat some snacks, drink water.
Exactly. Because it's not that they're worried about people dying from the virus. What they're worried about is too many patients having it at the same time and not enough equipment to keep up with it.
Stop spreading it. Stay home with your family. You should be happy to be home with your family. I mean, some people know, but...
Right. Some people are just not happy that they have to be home with their family members. If you are not happy to be home or stuck in a secluded space or in an environment for a lengthy amount of time with your significant other, then that is not your significant other and should never have been. If you can't stand being around each other for an extended length of time, that's just sad. Okay, let's get this meat out of here.
Like for me, if my other half was down here, I'd go, we should try watching movies.
Right? All right, let's do this. We're going to put our onion inside of here. So, inside with that sauce that we had, we're going to throw the onion in here, and then we are going to throw the rice in here. We're going to brown up this rice. Cup and a half of rice, which is exactly what I'm doing. I kind of need my spoon.
Okay, that just makes it not... Oh my god, you're dumb. Well, because
look how swollen those got.
She tried to, like, move it to where you can't see the little boy parts. Well, she put a moving sticker of one of those statues that has the boy parts. Mm-hmm. Like, it's showing and then covering it. I'm like, what's the whole point in that then? You're still showing the boy parts.
Right.
Just on a statue. You can still see it. Like, really? Come on, man.
Because those kind of things you can show. Baby parts you can't.
See? Mom.
Uh-huh.
Like, what's
the Adonis, yeah.
Pain? Like, what's the difference?
It's because she's trying to say it's a boy baby. That's why.
I know. It even says
it's a way to say it's a boy with getting around YouTube's algorithm. Which is really funny.
Mom. Mama.
Huh? What's it say? Toilet paper, $12 a roll, gas under $2 a gallon. That's the ultimate choice. Right? That's the truth. I don't mind saying stuff like that on here. This is an adult channel. This is a grown-ups channel. We can talk like we growed. Right? Hold on a second, guys.
Hi, people. Hello, humans over there that are across the wheel, Lord.
Okay, this smells so good. All this deliciousness. I'm literally getting watery eyes from the onion. It's so good smelling. Oh my gosh. We have to make sure when I do the rice, though, that I have to cook it and then I have to cook it. because we're going to rice cook this in here. And then we are going to add our meat to it after that and finish cooking it the rest of the way. So, I want to add a little more of this to it. Not much. You just want to drizzle it in there. You don't want to add too much because otherwise you're going to end up with a salty mix. You don't want to do that. Now we're going to add 3 cups of water because we're doing 1.5 cups of rice. Get out of the way there. You don't want it to be too much water because we got to be careful not to over add. All right. Okay. All right. Hi, Lily. How are ya? So right now I'm going to add a cup here. Stir this up. Add the other 2 here in just a minute.
Yeah, altogether the entire price is $5.29.
So we don't have a whole bunch of... Sorry, this floor is squeaky. Yeah, lots of indoor activities. Yeah, I have been doing a lot more cooking. We're finding ways to make cool stuff in the Instant Pot. Right now, we're actually cooking a stir fry. So if you're here, you already saw the title, so you know what we are doing. So I'm going to put this in here, and then once we've got this in here, we're going to cut up this meat and set it aside to add once the rice is finished with its cooked down in the Instant Pot. So there we go. All right, so now our rice is all up in here. That smells amazing, actually. So what I want to do is make sure you're watching on the TV. All right. Sarah and you can resume school online. That's what Yeah, I know. Yeah, Sarah isn't in like school. She's doing GED. So, good part is she's just got to wait for them to open back up for testing.
This is something that she should not be joking about. She's supposed to be staying inside.
She was joking because Tasha's really big about everybody doing what they're supposed to be doing. So, she wasn't being serious. Sometimes you just have to be lighthearted about stuff. And especially in the seriousness of everything, especially because Tasha is very sick. You know what I mean? She has that issue with her blood. Which is back with the freaking vengeance again. But you're in your PJs? Heck yeah. Enjoy. So, if Allie happens to catch this in a little while, we got a little bit of rain. A very little bit. It started raining and it was just like a very little amount of rain. All right, let's turn that off. And then what we're going to do is reset it here in just a second to cook the rice. Make sure you get everything mixed up. Okay. Oh no, we already know that. She's already done the test, the other test. So she knows what she's doing though, Lily. Thank you though. They're saying you can do the practice test online. Yeah, we already know. You've already done them. So, yeah, she's just, they require like a spaced out amount of time between each test that you take. So that's why. Yeah, I know, Elizabeth, that's one of the biggest things right now is a lot of people are out of work. And I think that's super scary. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut up this meat. So, I probably should have used the other knife, not this knife. This is not the right knife. Here we go. I'm going to use a steak knife for this because it is a piece of meat. You're applying for a job? Awesome, Sam. Keep it up. All right. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. What? Yeah, we are for sure headed into a big recession. Prices will go from dirt cheap to crazy. Yeah, I don't... Everything already is crazy expensive, so I don't think that that's going to be... I mean, it's going to be happen, but everything's already expensive. So, yeah. Gas prices, depending on where you're at, but California gas prices and Nevada gas prices are already ridiculous, have been.
So I'm more afraid of going...
Yeah, gas-wise, like over here in Arizona, gas has been pretty dang decent. But Nevada and California gas prices are always like $4 and $5. So they're already ridiculously priced to begin with. So here, Sarah, you have to try this. Here. What do you think? I got a big smile. Yeah, I hear you. Right now, it's just best for everybody to just stay right where they're at, honestly. So,
just listen.
Right? People would just listen, follow the rules, stay put where they are, and let this thing die down. Like, that's the biggest problem right now, is people are just too pushy and want to do stuff that they're not giving the authorities a chance to get this stuff to die down. Like, healthcare workers and stuff are struggling as it is. Like, let this stuff die down, chill out, stay in your homes, spend some time with your family, get to know your kids, you know, get to know your significant other again. Make little date nights, you know, inside, of course. But, like, just... This is such a great time for learning and whatnot. People are just like, people are so caught up in like being out and not missing out on, you know, the next newest big drink or whatever. Like, seriously, guys, get to spend time with your family. Get to know your loved ones again. Like, find out why it was you fell in love in the first place. Those kinds of things. Like, just chill out. It's kind of sad seeing all these people so hell-bent on continuing to go out and expose other people and stuff like that. It's really sad. So, I'm going to go through this and cut this all up so that way we can add it in here in just a few minutes. Oh, this looks so good. Oh, this is so delicious looking. You guys, this meat is so tender. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that piece, I don't want that part because that's got the gristle in it. We don't want the gristle. It's the last thing you want is to bite into gristle when you're eating a stir fry. Nobody wants that. Come on. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I didn't turn the pressure knob. I'm sitting here like, why is it not pressurizing? That might be why. All right. Okay. By the way, that grinding noise you just heard was my knife. The dogs are loving my home right now. Oh, nice. Well, that's all. Like I said, people need to just take time to get to know their loved ones again. It's so funny. It's like people are being forced to be with the people that they say they know, that they love, their family, and they're complaining about it. But then that when they weren't allowed to be home with their family, they complained that they didn't get enough time with their family. So it's like, take this time, use it. Get to spend time with your family, get to know them again. You know, like don't complain about it. Embrace it. These pieces we will throw in there once this is done so we can actually add all that flavor. All right, so this is all finished. Now we just wait for that part to finish. Yeah, hopefully this is going to come out good. Cross our fingers. All right, we can put this stuff away. And then I want to get some water real quick because I need water. One moment, guys. Oh, you know what? I have this. I think I already have water in here. Whew. Probably need to go walk over to the water thing and fill up the other 2 water jugs. Good part is we have a water machine right down the road. Actually, it's not even that far. It's like literally about four or five RVs down. So just walk down the little sidewalk to the big water area. And they have big bathrooms down there, laundromat, everything down there. I needed that water. Holy cow. See, I need that tissue. That's my nose. Everything itches. Everything's itchy. Only itchy because of the fact that there's dust everywhere because of the wind. Wish this wind would chill out. There we go. Now we're getting, now we got pressure. There we go. And the pressure is on. Sorry. But got water, we got this. Okay, it lets me and my grandma and the dogs right now. Yeah. Well, you all stay safe and spend time with each other. Get to, you know, just spend that time together. It's important too. Ow. Boo. How's it going? So, I'm trying to see. I think that one's Debbie. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Oh my gosh. My nose itches so bad. She sleeps. Yeah, but you know, some people do, and that's okay. But when she's up and whatnot, spend as much time getting to, you know, sit down and maybe have some conversation with each other. Get to know each other again. You know, find out some tales of her past and things about her childhood. Stuff like that. Stories you can tell, you know, onto family and friends, stuff like that as you all grow older as well. Carry on her stories, her legacies, like the things that were important to her. Same for you, you know, share things about yourself and things she may not know about you right now. Like I said, just really get to know each other. Like, spend time with those people that you say you dearly love. Yeah, things. Stop it. I've been up all day and it's saying, you need to do this. Golden Nugget is closing at midnight. Yeah, I know. A lot of them are going to be closing down. I know. I was just reading about that, Debbie. There's a lot of them right now that are for the safety of the public right now. They're going to have to. I think right now, especially out here, the casinos operating right now is just so dangerous. Was 89 cents, yep. Aw, I'm sorry about that, but it happens. Well, you need to potty now? Oh boy. Go ahead, sir. Make it quick. We don't want the door open for too long. It's getting ready to start raining again. So, I don't know what he wants out there. There's nothing there. Go ahead, Tonks. Go potty. What? You just wanted to walk out there and take a look? Like, what's going on with you? All right, come on. I'm not going to sit here and do this back and forth, sir. I don't know what he wanted. He just looked outside, walked out there, and then walked right back in. So now we just wait. That's kind of what we're doing now. We're going to wait for the rice to finish cooking. And then what we'll do is we'll throw the meat back in. And then we will fry it all together. So that way we get that, you don't get that mushy rice, but the more fried rice. And then what we'll do is add the meat in there, cook that up, and then we'll take the bones here. And we'll cook those up in there to get all that flavor and stuff out, and then pull the bones away from it. So there's no more dine-in restaurants in Indiana. My grandma, she took hand sanitizer and stays. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the only thing is, like, it's just Sarah and I here, and everybody here at the RV park's really good about kind of just staying to themselves. There is a couple people that are here, they're family, so they're like here together. In separate RVs, but here together. So they kind of get together, like at the picnic benches together as a family, and cook on the barbecues and stuff like that. But so far, nobody has been like, there's not like a group of them all getting together, stuff like that. I think the most is like 2 sets of like older couples together or whatnot. Yeah, I hear you. Which is a-okay. Like I said, I'm only on here doing this so we can cook and hang out while making the stir fry. I've been showing more and more of like some of the meals and stuff that you can make while in an RV, especially like, here's the thing. There are RVs out there, or there's campers out there that don't have kitchens in them, right? So you have like campers that will have like your little bathroom in it and your bed, but they don't have like a kitchen in it. But you can buy appliances that you can plug in. So something like an Instant Pot would work really well because you can saute in it, you can boil water in it, you can cook. You can bake in it. We found that out today. You can bake in it. You can do things like what we're doing now, stir fry in it. You can make chili. You can do crock pot meals, which are always amazing. You can do things like porridges. You can make eggs in here, like hard-boiled eggs, steamed eggs, poached eggs, stuff like that. You can do soups, broths, like I said, chilies. You can do steaming vegetables. You can, there's so many things you can do in this thing. It is amazing. Oh, okay. So you got somewhere you got to go tomorrow, huh? Yeah. See, for me, if it's not essential and it's not something we have to go and do right away, we're postponing them. I know I had an appointment that was supposed to be done in Lake Havasu with my VA doctor, but it is not like an essential thing. It's just for like my annual blood draw and your urinalysis kind of thing. So they check like everything. That can be postponed right now. There's no rush to go get it done. My prescriptions can all be mailed. So the good part is, because we don't have like a mailing address, everything can be sent to the local post office, and then I just go in and pick it up. The post office has my, like, anything that comes into the post office, I get a text message. So if it comes to the post office, I'll get a text message that says it's at the local post office, and then I go pick it up. We made our local one, the one that is closest to us, because there's 2 post office locations on our side of town. So there's one like mid Bullhead, then there's another one that is what they call Old Bullhead, and then there's one in Fort Mojave. But we're all the way over by Old Bullhead, so we are using the Old Bullhead City location, which is closer to us. And I think that's freaking awesome. So we are able to do that. And then I think I will be going up. I'll be going up this week to go get our actual P.O. box done, if they have one open. That's the thing. We've already paid for our P.O. box. We're just waiting for keys for an available P.O. box, because we had to do the one that was closest to us. So that's what we're waiting for. The other good news is we're able to go ahead and book. Because of everything that's going on, the cool part is we are able to book 2 months in advance. So we're going to be able to book for April and May to be here at the park. We were going to go ahead and like take off and go somewhere else, but we really do want to get a few more things being fixed in Barbara. And April and May are still some of our cooler months here, and my friend is here that's able to help us with getting the RV finished. So we're going to kind of stick around here while we finish Barb. We want to make sure she is absolutely ready to go. We want to get her door panels put back in. The biggest thing too is getting her engine done. Like, we need that done so that when we're driving her, we're not getting backfiring, we're not getting timing belt issues, all that stuff. Another fly. Your mom used to live in an RV. She had a bedroom, bathroom, and large kitchen and living room off the Gold Rush. But sat in her bed, and then my stepdad died in the RV. Gosh, that sucks. Bad luck. Bad luck at the park. What do you mean? Why bad luck at the park? Because we're doing great here. Everybody here is so amazing. So like I said, in here we do have a full bathroom. So we have the shower tub. You know, it's a bathtub and shower. I can even take a bath in it if I wanted to. So we have the bath and shower combo. We've got the sink. We've got the toilet. We've got the closet. Then we have, of course, the full kitchen. So in here we do have a stove and a oven. Can't use it right now until we get the propane set up. As soon as they get the propane guy out here, when everything kind of settles down a little bit, we're hoping that he'll be back out, get propane set up, and then have the propane guy make sure he tests our propane line, just to be safe, because Barbara hasn't had her propane used in however long, so we want to make sure that that's safe. So get the propane hooked up, and then still waiting for the hose from Amazon for the hot water line, because that is kind of our only big thing that's holding us back on running hot water in here, is the hot water line. Once we get the propane, that'll be great because we'll be able to cook, but we won't be able to still run our hot water without having the hot water line. 1 second, guys. Got it. Ew, it landed like in the bag. Get out of there. That's the fun part about living down on the river. You get the little moths. You get these little flies and moths that are down here. Fun. But anyway, so yeah, I really enjoy being out here. I'm like, someone asked earlier about whether or not I preferred living in the RV versus the house we were in, and honestly I prefer the RV. Everybody that lives there would die for some reason. Like, my mom's neighbor died from cancer, plus a lady lived down from my mom. She killed herself in the RV because her husband died and she was depressed. Okay, that just sounds horrible, Debbie. Why would you even, like, that's just horrible. Like, we live in an RV and we live in an RV park, but it's not even just an RV park. This is, you know, one of the big parks that people come to, that the snowbirds come and hang out at, whatnot. Everybody here so far that we have met has been absolutely amazing. About 5 or 6 people left today. Well, yeah, like 5 or 6 people pulled out of here today. 2 of them were big old fifth wheels. And then the other 3 were massive Class A's, like the ones I showed you guys earlier today that were out here. Yeah, we don't live in a trailer park, which there's a bunch of those. But plus another, like, lived there was a snowbird, goes back home, but got killed. Jesus, you've got like all the negative stories. Well, we're not going to think negative. We're going to think positive, because we love the area that we're at. We love it here. We're going to be here another 2 months, and we're going to be finishing Barb. We've got some stuff we got to pull off on the ceiling on the inside and replace because of the flood that happened. So we're going to pull that down. We're going to replace that. Everything is good. We had the little swab testy thing that you use to make sure that there's no mold. No, I just too many park on. Yeah, up on Gold Rush. Really, the one the one all the way up, like on the Parkway, or not the Parkway, but up off Silver Creek, right? That's Gold Rush is up there off Silver Creek. Yeah, that's more of a, yeah, that place isn't a very clean environment. I've been up there when I was taxiing, when I was working with the taxi company, and they're not very, I guess you could say they don't really take care of the grounds there. Everything's really messy there. I know down here where we're at, and I've taken you guys out and walked you guys around, and I've done some photographs for them. It is very clean, like very clean. The bathrooms are really clean. The showers are like, surprisingly, for showers that are communal and they're like, there's a lot of people that can use them, they're very clean. You've got the laundromat. So you've got several laundromats here. You've got several showers, several bathrooms, and like spots, right? So each individual camp encompassment has a big bathroom, shower, and laundry facility in it. We're in one of the bigger sections, so we have two of them, one on one end of us and another one down a little bit, like that's closer to us. The other one is like right up here, but there's a big bunch of people around that one, so we just go down to the one that's a little bit further. It's actually closer to us, but it's the smaller unit. So the bigger unit that has more stalls or whatever is a little bit further up towards the entrance. But that's fine with me. It's beautiful out here. So they, like I said, they take really, really good care of the area. So I'm really happy with that. So the owner took over since then. Now it's all messy. Yeah, it's really like I said, I was taxiing 2 years ago. So back in 2018, 2017, 2018, 2018. Because I worked as an assistant manager at KFC for all of 2019. But 2018, I was taxi driving, and it was bad up there on Gold Rush. Not even just that one. Also, if you go down to the one that is, what is the name of that area back there? It's called Riverside something. Not the one over here by the casinos, because damn, they're freaking, that place is huge over here in Laughlin. But the one that is down in Fort Mojave, if you turn down right behind the McDonald's, across from, like, you know where, what is that, Aztec, right off of Aztec. So if you turn off of Aztec and you come down behind the McDonald's right there, where like the McDonald's and the CVS is, and across from like where the Smiths and Safeway is, there's that RV park right back there. I think it's called Riverside RV. But anyway, if you go back in there, it's a filthy mess back there. The first time I went back there, I got completely lost in there because none of the spaces are marked. Sorry, that's going to be loud, guys. Hold on to your britches because this is going to be loud. But yeah, it was really messy back there, and I was shocked. I was also very scared driving in there to go pick up the people that wanted to be picked up to be taken to the casinos. Yeah. So, a little bit sketchy in some places. Can be a bit terrifying. But, I mean, people got to do what they got to do to live. But I also can say that, like, your environment is a product of you. And so, if you go into a place like that, and you contribute to said the way it looks, it's nearby CVS. Yeah, you know where the CVS, like if you go to Fort Mojave, right? You've got the Smiths and the Safeway and the Pizza Hut and the Burger King and all that right here. You've got McDonald's on the other side of the road and CVS right there, right? You've got CVS, McDonald's, and if you go behind, like you turn down Aztec and you turn, instead of going into the Courtney Place apartments, don't go far enough by Courtney Place. You like stop and turn, like you know where the, what is that? Something pawn shop is on the one side, right? So you turn, if you're coming from Bullhead City, going towards Fort Mojave, don't turn like you're going to the Avi, turn the other way. You turn back in behind there. It's right behind there. Yeah. Yeah, it's right behind, because you keep asking, like you're doing a question mark, like you're asking by CVS. Yes, it's behind the CVS pharmacy. So, yeah, it's kind of scary back there. And then there's another one. Where's the other one that we went to? We went to another one, but that one was actually pretty nice. We went to the one over at the Avi. That one is actually really nice. Oh, that looks so good. Time to start frying up this rice. All right. We're going to throw this meat off in there because it needs to finish cooking up. So I'm going to do this. Yes, I know you're on. That's good. You're supposed to be. So now we're going to fry this rice up. We don't want it to be like too dried or whatever, but we want it definitely fried up so that it isn't like too moist. And we're going to throw these off in there because you want these to be all that flavor. You want, whoop, oh no, I'm making a mess. You want all the flavor off in here. Oh, baby. Let's get that in there. The smell smells really good. I think my onions may have come out a little too soft though. Spaghetti and garlic bread. That's something I have not tried to make in here yet, is spaghetti. So that'll be kind of a next challenge. It's missing something. I don't know what though. Sarah, taste this and tell me, what do you think it's missing?
What?
What do you think it might be missing?
Something?
Yeah. But I can't place what it's missing. Salt, maybe? What do you think? I'm not sure, but it's definitely missing something. Yeah, I think it's definitely missing salt. Definitely. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of seasoned salt to it. I think that might be... We don't want too much salt in it, but we don't want none. So, just a little bit of that. We don't want too much. It's kind of funny how sometimes salt makes like such a big difference to something. Even if it's just the smallest amount, sometimes it's like you get just enough in there, it's perfect. Hi, Katie. How are you? All right, let's mix this in and see how that does. Because it was definitely missing something in there. Just be careful not to burn it, because it's the only bad part about the Instant Pot is you gotta make sure you're watching it close, because it will burn the bottom. So you have to be careful. Gotta keep it moving, buddy.
Is it almost done?
Yeah, almost. I'm just trying not to have it so, I'm trying to fry this up a little bit so that it's a little more cooked up. Let's take a taste. I think that may have been it. Let me know. That's that spot right there. It's literally that spot that has the squeaky bits. And it's literally the spot that has the tightest pieces of wood together. How is that? Okay. Now we just got to fry it up. So that's all we're doing now. It's just getting it all fried up. I wish I had some like bell pepper and stuff, because if I would have had bell pepper in here, it would have been so much better. Because, well, it wouldn't be so much better, but what it would be is that it would give the dish a bit of color. Right now it's kind of just a very plain colored meal. So this will not be a meal that I would take photos of, because even though it's a tasty meal, it's not a photogenic meal. Because like I said, it's lacking all the like pretty colors. So it doesn't have the red and the pops of orange and the pops of yellow and green, because there's no bell pepper in it. So usually when I make a stir fry, I would have added bell pepper and stuff. Creep! Future mother-in-law, future son-in-law. What are you doing? What are you doing, sir? But yeah, so I want to make sure that those pieces get the rest of the way cooked, because we threw in some of these pieces of the pork chop because you want it to be all nice and cooked up. Oh my God, these are so tender. It's not even funny. It's so delicious. Oh yeah, there we go. That's looking way better. You almost ready to eat, Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I can smell it. Of course I'm ready to eat. I'm only going to eat like a little bit at a time just to be. So I'm going to give you just a little bit to get started. And if you want more, grab more. If not, we'll be good to go. All right, let's see here. I just want to make sure that the pieces are finished and done. You want to make sure you don't end up with pieces that are not fully finished. I think they're pretty much just throwing them in here while this was boiling hot was enough to finish them the rest of the way. All right, let's turn that off because we don't want it to overcook. What is this? I don't know how to say your name. Jacoby. I'm going to say Jacoby. Hi, how are you? I can't say that first one. It looks like it's supposed to be like golden, but it has a V in it instead of an O. So, I don't know how you would pronounce that, but I'll call you Jacoby because that's what the last name is on there, or the second name on there is. All right, we're going to do just a little bit at a time. Just in case, you know, sometimes people will be like, oh yeah, that tastes pretty good. And then like after a couple minutes, you're like, you gotta go wash clothes. Have a good night. Absolutely, you too. Be safe. Bree, the warrior princess. Hi, Bree. How are you? Where did the other fork go? Your fork is right here. There you go, sweetheart. Wash the frosting off your fork. Okay, there you go. I already have a fork out, so I'll use this one. There's a Sarah. She's like, huh? I said, there's a Sarah. No. She's like, no, don't show me. All right. Hey, look at this. We're at least going to have more food for tomorrow as well, because this definitely made way more food than we had anticipated, or than I had anticipated. So this is now officially cooked. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it, let it stay nice and warm, and leave it over here so that it will kind of, all those flavors will marry together here. Let's see here. So there's the meat. It is like all nice and tender and cooked up. Okay. That meat is perfect. You okay? Oh, my glass shattering on the floor. Did you get steam in your eye? Got steam in her eye. Oh my gosh. And then of course we've got the rice and the onions. Okay. Yep. It actually came out good. Just that little bit of salt. It needed that little bit of salt. And it did the trick. Best kind of cutting board right here. One, because they can fold easily and slide stuff into the pan with it like that. Put all of our dishes right here because I got all these dishes in a minute. And then those go in the trash. And then I got to change those light bulbs in a minute so we don't have the, I like these bulbs here, like I said, for when we're like streaming. This is my little portion. Oh gosh, I love this guy. You guys, if you have not watched Brandon, what's it called? I'm Brandon Ferris, right? Is that what it said? That's his channel? Called I'm Brandon Ferris on YouTube. You're missing out on some of the funniest content out there. Like, this guy is so funny. He does one of the scenes that he does, he's in his car and he goes to eat a tarantula. One of those little tarantula packets that you can order on like Amazon or whatever, and they send it to you and it's edible. It's like deep fried or air dried or whatever the case is, freeze dried or whatever. And he literally loses his noodle, and it is so funny. What was it? He said the one thing where he's like, "Get out of there. That's not healthy for you." He yelled at the car not to eat it. That was the one candy. He was eating a candy, and it was like really bad. Like his reaction was like,
gum.
"Oh yeah," and he was like, "That is not good for you."
No, God, don't eat it.
And then he yells at his car because the thing falls and it disappears and he can't see where it fell. And he was like, "Don't eat it, car. It's nasty." And he's screaming at his car from inside his car. And it is super hilarious. But yeah, I really enjoy watching him. We've been watching him a lot. He's the one that I got the inspiration from for doing our AdSense. Any of our AdSense revenue is going to go to charity. And I think that's a really good idea. And so we're gonna run with that idea because I think it's really, really amazing. So anyway, guys, we're gonna go eat because dinner came out good, and I'm hungry. So you guys are amazing. Let me show you guys the other little cake real quick.
Water.
So the other little cake is inside this with the frosting on top. By the way, that is cocoa powder all the way around the edges of the bowl. But the cake is looking really good. This will be our dessert. You want the water? Where's your... She needs a cup. But yeah, so we made cakes. If you guys missed that, it's the other stream that was up earlier. We baked cakes in the Instant Pot. And I did it from scratch. So the recipe I used is from scratch. And yeah, only thing I eliminated from the recipe was the sour cream. I don't do sour cream in my cakes. And everything else I left in the recipe. But it was, you can find any kind of recipe. So I just went online and like picked apart a couple recipes and kind of threw them together. Water. So you guys are amazing. Hopefully we can do some more of these with you guys. I'm trying to find nice, cool ideas, different things we can do during this self-isolation, social, whatever, how they call it, social distancing, whatever the media wants to call it, whatever people want to call it. You want more of it? I just threw go figure that I threw that in there. But anyway, you guys are amazing. And we'll see you guys probably tomorrow or the next day. We'll talk to y'all later.